I know you guys are ready to get pumped.
Gotta let it burn.
What's going on, my fellow high-stim pre-workout enthusiasts, or in this case, my fellow pump enthusiasts? That's right, guys. We are out here looking pumped as all hell, swole, jacked, and ready to review this pre-workout. Technically speaking, this isn't really a pre-workout, it's a pump capsule, but you could use this as a pre-workout. You could stack it on a pre-workout. You could run it on its own before working out. So technically speaking, it is a pre-workout, although it is not marketed as such. What I'm talking about today, guys, is the all-new and improved version 2 of Bloody Hell from Apollon Nutrition. And yes, guys, this is the all-new improved version. They are taking upon the previous version, which they do have right over here. I ran both versions numerous times. Really big fan of the previous version, but this new version here takes it up to a whole new level. Is it worth picking up Bloody Hell V2? Let's talk about it. So as you guys know, Apollon Nutrition likes to tweak their products every year and a half or so, release a new and improved version. And sometimes the versions they release are a massive improvement over the previous iteration. And sometimes they do remove certain ingredients, which not everybody's happy with. Let's face it, guys, we all have our preferences to certain ingredients, be it stimulants or pump-focused ingredients, nootropics, whatever it may be, guys. We all have these ingredient preferences, and certain people utilize different products differently. We're all unique individuals, and ultimately it comes down to our personal experience. Now, what I like about this specific version is that these caps don't actually remove any of the previous ingredients. There was only a couple of ingredients in the previous version of this product. Nothing is removed. They only added one ingredient and they upped the dose for a different ingredient. We're going to break down the label. I'm going to tell you how this differs from the previous iteration of Bloody Hell, and I'm going to tell you guys if it's worth picking up. Spoiler alert, it is. So here we do have the container that it comes with. It is very portable, it's very convenient, and that is definitely one of the pros of using pump capsules as opposed to using a fully loaded formula. There are other benefits as well. We're going to talk about that really soon, but as you can see, very simple, very to the point. It looks a lot like the old bottle, but slight little tweaks in the background, nothing too different, but overall they kept the same theme, the same aesthetic, and I really like it. But ultimately, it matters on what's on the inside that makes a difference. So let's talk about it. So here we do have the previous version, the V1 of Bloody Hell, and when you open it and you see the caps inside, as you can see, they do have a red coating. Not that that really matters, but some people don't like the coating to be colored for whatever reason. They prefer the transparent label. And to me, it personally doesn't matter. I don't really care much, but we do have the new version here, and we're going to open it just for the sake of comparison and show you guys what the capsules look like. And as you can see, it is clear coating, and you see the powder inside all mixed in together. So if you guys don't like colored capsules for whatever reason, the coating, if you will, then rest assured that this one here is see-through. So if that matters to you guys, then that's a little win right then and there. But like I said, me personally, I don't care about that stuff. I care about the effectiveness of the product and if it's worth picking up, right? So we're going to talk about this label. I'm going to break it down really, really quickly. It's not going to take us a very long time. It's not a massive label. And we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, if there are any cons, and what I think about this product overall. So the previous version serving size was 4 capsules, and this one here is actually increased to 6. So you're getting 2 extra capsules in here, but that doesn't take away from the servings. The other version had 20 servings. This too has 20 servings. The other one had 80 capsules. This one has 120, but you're not losing any servings by increasing the cap dosage. There's just an extra ingredient in here. Plus, like I said, they upped another ingredient's dosage, so they do need the extra room to fit it in. So you're going to take a total of 6 capsules. You can technically take it at 3, 4, whatever you want. But if I'm going to the gym and I want to get the most effective pump while I'm training, then you best believe HydroPrime is going to take the full 6 cap dose. All right, let's break down this label and let me tell you guys what I think. So as I said earlier, the serving size is 6 capsules and you do get 20 servings per container. We got 5 calories in here. Okay, interesting. And 1 gram of carbs and 10 milligrams of sodium. That's going to help a little bit with the pumps. The first ingredient we have in here is HydroPrime glycerol powder at 65%, and we get 1,500 milligrams of that. So that is the main difference here between this particular version of the product and the previous iteration. The other version did not have the glycerol powder. Now, I like glycerol powder, and I specifically like it at 1,500 milligrams. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, guys, when I get to the effect section. A lot of other heavy hitter kind of pump formulas have closer to 3,000, 4,000 milligrams of glycerol powder, and there's pros and cons to both. They specifically chose this number, and I'm going to discuss with you why I think it's a positive for this particular product here. Next up, we have inositol stabilized arginine silicate, also known as Nitrosigine, and that is, of course, trademarked. So Nitrosigine comes in here at 1,500 milligrams, which is the exact same dose as the previous version. Now, the main function of Nitrosigine is obviously to help with the blood oxidation levels, the vasodilation. It's going to help with pumps, with endurance, but really blood flow, the main key component of this product, right? It's called bloody hell for a reason. It helps with the blood flow, and really everything is going to tie back to the vasodilation, the blood flow, and the pumps. It all ties together. Next up, we have green tea leaf extract, trademarked as Cell Flow 6 at 750 milligrams. So 150 milligrams more than the previous version, which had 600. Now, there are numerous benefits to this particular product, but mainly it's going to help with heart health, it's going to help with blood circulation, and once again, the pumps and the nitric oxide support within your body. It's also going to help with recovery, endurance, and even lowering inflammation in your body. So overall, a great and a proven ingredient, and I like the fact that they boosted the dose a little bit. 750 milligrams is a really, really nice dose, especially if you're just taking it in capsule format. Lastly, we have VasoDrive-AP coming in at a very, very specific 508 milligrams. This is going to improve blood circulation, and it's actually going to help relieve anxiety and stress a little bit, believe it or not. And it's going to help with performance boosting and just general recovery and feeling good within your entire body. But most importantly, guys, going back to the main theme of this product, blood flow. This is bloody hell after all. Before I break down my experience running this product 3 times over the last 3 days, don't forget to show your support by liking this video, comment down below, share the video with a fellow stim junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. So here we are, guys, the effect section. Bloody hell, V2 from Apollon Nutrition. What do I think? Is this a worthy stack to add to your gym collection? Is this something that we want to be stacking on top of high stim pre-workouts, medium stim pre-workouts? What is the best way to utilize bloody hell when it comes to our everyday workouts? So first of all, the beautiful thing I like about it is that it is in capsule format, and it's very convenient when it comes for traveling, right? A lot of us do have gym bags, whether it's a big duffel bag, whether it's a small backpack, a sling pack like High Stim Ace has, or whatever it is, guys. The beautiful thing about it is this thing is portable, right? It's not a massive gargantuan tub that you have to be chugging along with you, and it's something that you can just easily access. It's 6 capsules, so it's not too difficult. I personally like taking it in 3 increments of 2, 2, and 2. Just shoot it down with some water and you're good to go. I like running this 30 minutes before consuming my pre-workout, which I will consume anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes prior to training. So really about 40 to 45 minutes before I begin pushing the weights is when I like taking bloody hell. A lot of times I like taking these non-stim pump-focused pre-workouts at least 30 to 40 minutes prior to training, because it does take time for them to saturate in your body to really get going. And to me, I rather just let it sit in my system for anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes before I actually start touching the weights and pumping in the gym. And speaking of pumps, the pumps on this thing are next level ridiculous. And it's crazy to think about because you're only getting 6 caps per serving. So you wouldn't really think that 6 capsules could make such a massive difference in your training, but that's where you're wrong. A lot of people like making their own stacks. Obviously, High Stim Ace is the king of stacking different types of products and playing mad chemist, but sometimes you got to know that when you're stacking certain pre-workouts, especially from different brands together, you can mess with the synergy of said pre-workout. So if you're taking a medium or high stim pre-workout made by a certain company, and then you're taking a pump formula that has a 32 gram scoop, for argument's sake, then you're mixing a lot of different ingredients. And what happens is a lot of times when you're combining that pump formula with the pre-workout, it can take away from the pre-workout's effectiveness. It can lower the stimulatory effects or maybe even lower the nootropic effects. Sometimes when you're stacking 10 grams of citrulline along with arginine or L-tyrosine or whatever it is that you're stacking on top of it, it can really mess with the synergy of the ingredients in that pre-workout. And obviously, it's all trial and error. You guys can mess around with different stacks, and sometimes it'll work great, and other times, not so much. So the beautiful thing about pump caps is that it's not really going to mess with the synergy of the pre-workout. So say you're running something like Assassin, right? The other day I ran Assassin 6.5, the Fitness Deal News limited edition that dropped a while ago that they just brought back a few months ago. I'm going to be reviewing that one really soon, by the way. But I decided to run that one, and I did pair the 6 caps along with it. And the beautiful thing is that these capsules didn't detract from the pre-workout. It didn't lower the effectiveness of the stimulants. I was hopped up, guys. I was pretty hopped up, out of my mind, if I'm being honest, on that Assassin 6.5. And the capsules didn't detract from that experience, but they only added to it, which is what you want, right? If I would have stacked something like a bare knuckle on top of it, maybe it would have messed with the synergy of those ingredients. But when you're stacking 6 simple capsules, it's not going to mess with it. So that's a big benefit right then and there. Another benefit is that it's going to be lighter on your stomach, right? Like I mentioned, bare knuckle, one of my favorite non-stim pre-workouts, but a lot of times I prefer running that one on its own, not stacking it with another pre-workout because it already has a very heavy scoop. There's a lot of nootropics in there, and I prefer running that on my non-stim days, or I'll just stack say 200 milligrams of caffeine with it, and I got myself a good low-stim, pump-centric, nootropic-focused kind of pre-workout. And for me, that works perfectly. But I wouldn't want to stack something like a bare knuckle with an Assassin 6.5 or a Hooligan or anything like that. It's just too much. It's going to be too heavy on my stomach. It's going to get me bloated, and it's ultimately going to have a detriment on my workout as opposed to benefiting the workout. Less is more many times. That's what I like to say, and that's the beauty of Bloody Hell V2. It's less, but it's also more. Now, if you guys ran the previous version of Bloody Hell, and I'm sure many of you guys did run the previous version, you know it's a good product. You know it's going to give you that hard definition, the dry pumps, if you will. And obviously, I've spoken about this in the past. I'm a big fan of glycerol because I'm a bigger guy. I'm carrying a little bit of extra weight. So when I take glycerol-based products, it kind of blows me up and it makes me look big and buff in the gym, but not everybody likes that, especially if you're on the leaner side. A lot of people prefer those hard, more defined, cut kind of pumps, and I understand that. I completely understand that, but I feel like with Bloody Hell V2, you're kind of getting the best of both worlds, and it's a perfect, delicate balance. And it goes back to that 1,500 milligrams of glycerol, which I did mention it has in it. So 1,500 milligrams of glycerol is the perfect amount, in my opinion, because it's not enough glycerol to blow you up to the point where you're bloated and you're losing definition. But at the same time, you're also going to blow up just a little bit. You're not going to puff up to the point where you're just big and brolic and you have that water pump going. But at the same time, it is going to bring the water into your muscles. And with all the other blood flow ingredients in this product, it's going to blow you up, but retain that hard definition. I did run this for the last 3 days, and here's a couple of pictures I took in the gym while I was pumped up. I was hitting arms on this particular day, and the definition was definitely there. As you can tell, the arms have blown up, but not to the point where it takes away from the pump. The aesthetic look is still very much there. Hard, defined. You can see the muscle striations, and overall, it's a very good feeling when you're looking in the mirror and you're feeling yourself. You're looking great, and you're just feeling good overall. It does promote a good state of well-being. You feel healthy taking this product. All that added blood flow and increased and enhanced blood flow within your body really provides you a good feeling mentally. And I think that's a big bonus. It's not, I don't know if that's an intended consequence of this product, but it definitely comes across like that to me. And I think that's a massive win. So you're getting a good feeling, mentally speaking. You're going to be very positive taking this product, and you're going to look good. It's not going to sit too heavy on your stomach. You're not going to feel bloated on this product, and it's very easy and convenient. You could just pop it out of your bag, pop the caps. You could take it in the gym. You could take it before you go to the gym. It's super convenient, and it's not going to take away from whatever pre-workout you're stacking this with, because let's face it, guys, you're probably going to stack this on something. You could run it on its own too, but you're probably going to be stacking this with a pre-workout, so it's not going to take anything away. It's not going to detract from the pre-workout. You're just winning with this all around, guys. So it's a really good product, and I'm super happy to have this in my arsenal going forward. To pick up Bloody Hell V2 in capsule format, head over to my good friends over at ApollonNutrition.com and use discount code ACE15. That's going to save you 15% off your entire order and help support this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this review. I hope you enjoyed it. And guys, pick up these caps. They're really good. I know you guys care about the pumps. It may be vanity, but half of the gym lifestyle is vanity. Half of the gym lifestyle is narcissism and looking good and feeling yourself while you're at the gym. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you guys enjoyed my review, don't forget to show your support by liking this video, comment down below for the algorithm, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.